So the topic is about simply bottled water, and why we shouldn't use it. I know that bottled water can be beneficial to certain people, maybe places that don't have clean water. Like I know some projects go out and give clean water to countries that don't have clean water. But the only thing with that is that using bottled water is very, 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 very bad. Um, they cost a lot, and material wise, they are a health risk to your health, or they're a risk to your health, and they're very hurtful for the environment. According to Jester, it takes about 17 million barrels of oil, and we could use that oil for way, way, way more important things. But the actual bottling or water bottling process is said by Jester, it creates and releases about 2.5 million tons of carbon dioxide, which is released into the air annually. That's just annually. And according to CAFL, which is just one of the studies that I looked at, carbon dioxide emissions is just one of the biggest effects of global warming. And global warming is a huge issue in the world right now. And there's so many bottled water issues that we have, because they go into our landfills, they go into our oceans. Plastic goes into our oceans. There are about 37 billion water bottles that end up in just the US's landfills alone. And then there's plastic waste, plastic bottles, just plastic in general, that kill more than 1 million marine life. And according to Goldberg, probably about 9 million tons of visible plastic actually end up in our ocean each year, which are hurting turtles, seabirds, whales, and many other species. This doesn't just affect the ocean life, it affects us. It's just the pollution that it creates, the actual bottle or water bottling process. There are consequences that, for us, the people that don't dispose of it properly, that's how it ends up in the landfills. I know many people personally that recycle. I know a lot of people recycle, but the majority of people don't. And wrongfully disposing it it hurts. I think using your own water bottle is the best way to go about this. Water bottles can be used over and over every day, 24/7. You don't need to throw it away. You can, buy your own one. Make sure it's. You can buy your own. You can buy your own water bottle. And just example of one is like Contigo. They have plenty of water bottles that are really good. I have actually a water bottle that's by Contigo. You have the ones that are like the blender bottles, the ones that are the shaker cups, and then you have the ones that are used for sports, like the big jugs. Those are perfect water bottles. All those water bottles are mainly stainless steel, plastic, and glass. This will help us in very many ways. Just look for the first step, but just look for your type of water bottle. Make sure you like it. Make sure it's not too heavy, and make sure you can that's something that you can carry around. After you buy it, anytime you get thirsty, either fill it up if it's empty, or take a drink of it. It's Very, 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 very cool and useful. Try and make a habit out of it, because I know a lot of people that have water bottles, but they don't use them because they don't have a habit to use them. They rather use like a bottled water. And try your best not to actually buy buy bottles of water. I know it's never gonna go away, I think, just because events like to sell bottled water, concerts, all those sorts of things like parties, they always usually carry bottles of water, which is just, one thing that they do. The initial cost will be kind of expensive, but the money that you save afterwards is totally worth it. According to Jester, actually, the recommended amount of water is around eight glasses of water, and for you to have that for the whole year in bottles of water, it'll cost around $1,800 just to drink out of bottled water every day. But let me say this, using bottled water, it's about 300 times more expensive than using regular tap water. I know a lot of people hate drinking tap water. Me, I'm one of them, but I eventually got used to it because, they have the filtered water that gets filtered like 3 times, and the fridge that gets filtered 2 times. Those are the ones I use, and they taste a lot better than bottled water would do. There are pros and cons to each and every type of water bottle. Depending on which one you have, the plastic ones, they can have a plasticky taste to the water, but they do have easy to use lids. They are kind of durable and they're cost effective. And the bad things about them is that they can contain the chemical BPA and can be produced with non-reusable resources. Stainless steel ones are BPA free. They're the most durable and insulated, but are slightly heavy and can be expensive. Glass has no metal or plastic taste. It's the most fragile and it can be heavy. The effects of using plastic bottles of water are very bad, from having health risks and hurting the environment. This is why I think you all should invest in your own water bottle, even if it's glass, a stainless steel one, a plastic one. This will save you guys so much money in the long run, and it'll also help the environment while you save money. So let's try to do what we can for the environment, for the world. Thank you.